So. Well, hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. We are going into the 100-year war today. It is the year 1337 in our Ultimate Decades Challenge, and it's not looking great at the moment. So we need to catch up, but I was just doing their chores and kind of getting them ready for the day, and this happened. So Florence is having something going on with her pregnancy. We had this happen before with Riona way back in the early days of the challenge, and we just presume that they're going to see like the local doctor. Obviously, they wouldn't physically be going to a hospital, but there would probably be a doctor or a healer in town. So we're going to assume that that is what they're going to go do, but this is not good. Obviously, she looks brokenhearted here. This literally just popped up. So she's going to take off to the hospital. And yeah, we have to potentially send Edward to war. And it looks like Eleanor is freaking out about what is happening because she knows the gravity of this situation. I thought you were going to maybe go with her. No? Eleanor understands the gravity of this situation because if this baby does not survive, then there is a good chance that we may not have an heir and could potentially lose Edward as well. So yeah, this is not great. We're going to wait to see what exactly the doctor says about this before we move on with our plans for the day. But we do have to basically determine which of our men are leaving for the war. Now, I did consider like revising the rules a little bit to be more accurate, in a sense that the way that we do it now with Morbid's rules, it's just basically each sim has a certain percent chance of going to war, and then each of those sims that goes to war has a certain percentage chance of dying while they're at war. So, and then this goes in kind of like a cycle over the 100 years. So this is the 100-year war. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that there's really not a better way that I could really come up with to do it. So we're just going to roll with her rules. There was a general consensus because I mentioned at the end of the last episode that I thought that Edward would probably go regardless. I think maybe the only thing that would cause him to stay home if he does not roll to go would be if his family needs him. That might be the only thing. He's been preparing for this. He wants to be a skilled swordsman, excelling at archery. She had a miscarriage. Florence had a miscarriage. That is our first one. That is the first one. Can you give her a hug, please? I'm sorry, honey. Is there an interaction here? No. So she did not want this baby, which is pretty interesting. So I've been leaving these the way that they are, and Florence and Edward both have that they do not want a child, but she's still very sad about this. It is a lost, almost alien that Florence feels. It goes counter to her reluctance at having this pregnancy to begin with, and yet is real, tangible. Oh, perhaps in some months or years, Florence will look back and think this sad fate was for the best. For now, there is only a strange, inescapable mourning, even guilt. So this is Florence's dad. Yes, that's her dad. You've come at a very sad time, sir. Go give your dad a hug. Oh, she's feeling better already. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so that's unfortunate. Don't know if that was a boy or a girl, but yeah, maybe her dad heard that they've lost some children and was coming to visit, and she's like, "Haha, you really did show up at the wrong time." Okay, we're gonna do a woohoo. I mean, we have to be practical here. They don't want children, but they need to have them. So they're going to struggle with this a little bit. So while they're taking care of that, let's just catch up a little bit more. So Folk and Mary have Runaldo, who we named after Runar. We have to age this kiddo up. And I'm trying to decide like what order I want to do this in. So I was hoping we were going to have a baby in this episode. Oh no. And I think this does call for using pregnancy tests. What they would do at the time was like pee on wheat and things like you know, probably not very accurate means, but it was a method that they did use. And I think we're going to have to do that. So yeah, maybe we should, I honestly have been so hyper focused on the 100-year war. I don't even remember if we have any other birthdays, but they should pop up over here if we do. So let's take a pregnancy test. Lawrence is the first sim that I have had take any pregnancy tests at all. So if she's pregnant, then I know that something's messed up with my settings.
Oh, Yatabu.
Okay, so she's not pregnant. All right, can you clean this, please? Let's age up Runaldo. It's 2 p.m. in the evening. Or the afternoon, I suppose. So let's just go ahead and take care of this. Get this out of the way. See if he's even going to live. All right. Wiggly baby. Oh, so cute. Yeah, let's not take photos. Okay. Hold on, before you pick that baby up, let's get a look at him. Oh my goodness. Okay, so cute. So it is a 4, 12, 16, and 18. Yay. Okay, good. So our little baby, Runaldo, named after our sweet Runar, is going to survive. So we have an infant in the house. That is so exciting. He is stinking cute. Stinking cute. So every day in this challenge is like 3 months. So I think it is okay and realistic for us to try again for a baby before the day is over, because that would be like a 3-month period. They're obviously going to be intimate with each other more than once in 3 months. So typically I wouldn't, but especially not after a miscarriage. But yeah. All right, so let's review the rules for the 100-year war. I'm just going to read them. I'm not going to put them on the screen. If you have the rules available to you, go ahead and pull them up and take a look at them with me. Year's war was between France and England and lasted from 1337 to 1360. It is sometimes referred to as the Edwardian War because it was initiated by King Edward III of England, who claimed the French throne in defiance to King Philip VI of France. In 1337, which is right now, we have to roll a d4 for any male teen through adult sim to see if they head off to war. We have to do this for all of our households, even our side households. So if a sim rolls a 4, then they go to war and must move out and into a war camp, and they must live there for 5 years. And then in 1342, we would be rolling a d20 for each of those sims that was enlisted. And if the sims roll a 3, then they die as a cause of war. If they survive at that time, they can go back home. But then we have to repeat that process in 1347, 1357, etc. So this is going to be an ongoing cycle that we are going to be going through. So I think I want to start with Edward because it's like the most pressing, but I want to see if Folk is going to go. He is a adult sim currently. He has a new baby. I'm going to put up on the screen as we go. I will be tallying all of the sims that are going to be going, and we'll have a list of enlisted sims. All right, so we have to roll a D4. So it's basically a 25% chance that they're going to go to war. We're rolling a D4. If he rolls a 4, he's going. He is not going. So Folk is not going to be going to war. I feel like maybe we should have done Edward first. These are the only sims in this household that we have to worry about. But then we have to go around and do everybody else. So this is going to be an episode that's going to take some time. And I do apologize. I already know it's going to take a while for me to get this posted. So I do apologize for that. I know it probably was quite a wait in between videos, but this is a lot. So let's see. For Sir Edward, are we going to war? Is Edward the Archer going to go to war? No. Interesting that they both rolled 3s. I find that quite interesting. Okay, so let's see what happens. He could go later, but I think we're going to hold off for now. Why are you complaining to your wife? How about you knock it off? She has had a hard time. There you go. That's better. That's better, sir. Not going to do anybody who has become like a side household. It's just going to be our main sims related to this family. Like, I stopped really paying attention to Damon, and it's actually funny because Damon ended up like divorcing and marrying somebody else because I took him out of the played households and I didn't want to deal with it anymore. It was becoming too much. And yeah, he went and did his own thing, and I don't even know what happened, and I'm just pretending it's not even a thing. I completely forgot that I had to update you all on what I did. Okay, quick pause. So Felix married Zahia, and I looked up how to say that as an English speaker. If there's supposed to be a different pronunciation, just let me know. But yes, Felix and Zahia are married. I did give Randall a wife, and let's just go here, and I'll update you with these as we go along. How about we do it that way? We will do it that way. So first, let's go do Henry, just so that I can keep track. I know what I'm doing and in what order. We're going to do Walter. Walter's going. So Walter's going to be our first enlisted sim. Walter is going to go to war. Now we need to roll for Henry. Henry is not. So far, we only have Walter. I mean, so far, so good. The Stringfellows, we're going to pop in here and just take a look really quickly at the new families and see where they're at with their pregnancies and such. So these sims married sims that we already have met that were created by other people, except for Elizabeth Bookman, who I married to Randall, and I had so much fun making her. I honestly had an absolute blast. Like, I made her look kind of sickly. Like, she's going through some things, you know? And yeah, she's here. We are pregnant in our 3rd trimester. So this is Elizabeth. This is Randall's new wife after, of course, the whole mare thing happened. And then we have Zahia, who is absolutely stunning. She had a little bit of a makeover, not much. I don't know why it looks like she's wearing eyeliner, because she's not. I usually remove their EA eyelashes, and I must not have, so ignore that. But she is gorgeous, and she has married Mr. Felix. So yeah, Felix is about to be a daddy-o. Fun. So let's find out if daddy-o is going to Wario. We are. So Felix is going to war. That is not a very flattering look for him, but I haven't seen Felix in a while. Here he is. He's going to be going to war. He looks a lot like his dad. A little bit like Mare too, but he looks a lot like his dad. Randall, let's make sure you're the right age. You are, oh, I have the hiccups. You are an adult sim, so handsome, it's ridiculous. Are you going to join your son and go fight in the war? No. Well, rude. What about Radcliffe? Now remember, Radcliffe is not to be married. Does not necessarily mean he won't have kids. And I can't remember if we rolled for him to have kids or not. But yeah, he is not married. So is he going to fight in the war or not? No. So far, it's only Walter and Felix who are. Haywood is living, I don't know why they don't have the proper clothes, but he is living here and he married Alice. If you remember Alice, Mr. Haywood ended up marrying her, and I find it kind of interesting that he never grew after being a preteen, and I think it's funny, so I've left it. He's a short king. And we're gonna leave it like that for as long as he wants to be a short king. He is staying here with Ronan, Squire, and I don't know what's going on, but this is Ronan the baby? Ronan would be, I gotta give them makeovers, so ignore that. But Ronan, we'll roll for him too. He would be Runar's nephew, right? So he would be, let me think, Runar's brother's son. And this is Runar's brother's wife. She's a spellcaster that he ended up marrying. They did not have any kids though, so she's helping raise Ronan. So we will roll for Ronan too. So let's do Ronan first. So this is someone that the family doesn't really know well, but it is a part of the family. And we will roll just for purposes if everything goes haywire and we lose Sims. Like, ultimately, it could go back to him at some point. So we're just going to do it. Ronan is going to go to war. I will have to give him a makeover. And what about Mr. Haywood? Is Haywood going to be going to war? No. This is interesting. We should do August. See, now I keep forgetting how they're related to these guys. These string fellows. I said I wasn't going to worry about it, but I think I'm going to do the boys here. I really want August to like disappear. I just like him so much, and he's been around since like the beginning. So yeah, I'm over it, but yeah, let's see if Cyril maybe is going. No. What about August? Our enemy. Yes, August is going. Everyone else is in Windenburg now. So first, of course, we have Sawyer. I missed a birthday again? Huh. Oh my gosh, I have so much management to do. How did we miss another birthday? I'm supposed to be getting the notifications, and I must have completely missed that I had a notification that he grew up. We have to do a birthday roll really quickly for Mr. Ade. My bad. I have the notifications on because I cannot keep up with tracking it any longer. There's too many Sims, and somehow I still managed to miss it. So, brief pause on the 100-year war stuff, and we're going to switch the dice out and do his child birthday roll. So it's going to be 9 and 19 that he has to avoid rolling. So he's good. Sir is good. So we have to do a makeover for him. very quickly. Are we pregnant? Or did I not get you pregnant yet? All right, they have to get pregnant. They have to get pregnant. While they are doing that, we will find out, is this a goodbye woohoo? Is this a goodbye woohoo from Sawyer to Daisy? I don't know. Let's find out. It is. Sawyer's going to go. Oh no. Wait a minute. Did she turn you down? What happened? I was looking at another screen. You're going to war. She has to get pregnant.
Ah, Bogandrove.
Okay. Oh, wait. Where's Huxley living? I forgot Huxley. All right. Our list has grown. So this is Florence's brother. I think we should probably go ahead and do him. He's not going to go. I think at one point we might use him as a husband. I don't know. What about Huxley, our very unique boy? He looks more unique than most of our Sims do, so I love that. Huxley is not going. Okay. Next, we need to do Rufus, Elwine, and Linton. Rufus first. Rufus is going to go. What about Elwine? Elwine is going. And Linton. Oh my gosh. Oh, we need to do Rune. Rune and his husband, but would they actually go? This could be an interesting way to decide whether or not he is going to come back to the family or not. Ideas are brewing. Hanging out here in Glimmerbrook with his hubby. All right, so John is listed first, so let's roll for John. Is John going to go? No. What about Rune? Rune! Okay, so Rune is going to war despite faking his death. So I think that that makes a case for running into some of his family members who think he's dead. And it would either be Felix or Elwine. And Elwine never knew Rune, I don't think. Did he? I don't think so. It would probably be Walter or Felix that would be the most likely to be like, hey, I know you and you're thought to be dead. And Rune's gonna be like, you know, I might be here in a couple minutes, so. We have one more thing to discuss that I neglected to discuss. Willow and Rufus are married. Did I forget to put her here? I swear I moved her in here. She should be pregnant too. Yeah, so it's kind of a curveball I think I ended up throwing in there that Willow married Rufus. That way her future offspring could marry into the family. They're not going to be blood related. Bro, take control of your child. Girl, why did you spawn all the way over here? I just need you to move in. Always mess this one up. Move into the active household. Yes. So our beautiful girl has married Rufus. Rufus it is for her. And she's pregnant. Elwine is just honestly like chillaxing, doing his thing. Linton is going to go off to war. So this household's going to be kind of empty. And I hope for Eleanor's sake that he comes back. I think maybe we should get them betrothed before he goes. But she's supposed to have a lot of kids. I am going to go move all of these Sims who have enlisted, and I'm going to move them to the war camp. And then we're going to have Linton come by the Squire house and discuss with folk, like, I am going to this war, so can I marry your daughter now? We're trying to hold off a little bit. I'm not sure what age she would be right now. I'd have to do the math, but I don't remember what year she was born to do it quickly, so I'd have to look it up, but we were trying to kind of wait a minute. Okay, so we are back in the household. It is Tuesday. All of our men are now off in the war camp, which is a barracks. I had to change the lot and do all this crazy stuff. So they're all out now. Elizabeth just gave birth to a baby girl I named Greta. So that happened. We are just making some breakfast and we just slept, really. Nothing else has really happened. We're going to have some breakfast. And then we're going to send the kiddos off for... Well, that sounds really bad. We're going to send Edward and Florence off for a woohoo. So we will do that and try our best to get something going there. He is very cute, but he is very, 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 very cute. I mean... Yeah. But the infants are just, it's way too much. It's just awful. We need to get Edith set up here. I need to change her hair because she's got like darker ends. It's kind of crazy, but. So. Really? I think that is all that's really left for the year. Ralph Langhorne. Oh, okay. I'm not worried about them. That's Eleanor's Beau's brother. I'm not... You know, at some point it just gets to be too much to manage, and there's just some Sims I'm not going to do the death rolls for. Just to lighten my load a little bit. We're about to send you off to do your duty, my beautiful girl. So I was thinking she could stay here, but Willow's by herself at the farm right now, at Rufus's farm. So I think Edith needs to go there. And I almost feel like maybe Eleanor will follow her. Maybe not right away. Because she's like, I narrowly escaped having to marry Rufus. Willow's family got there first. So now what? She's kind of like, you know, there hasn't really been anything else mentioned for her. And folks probably a little preoccupied with the war happening and everything. And Edward, he is probably going through a little bit of like mixed feelings because he feels like he needs to be out there fighting, but he knows that Florence needs him here with everything that has happened. So for now, I think he's going to battle within himself to stay here to be for his wife, but I do think he's eventually going to go. So there is that. But for right now, he's going to do what he can to be here for her while she's going through all of the things that she's going through with the miscarriage and losing her children. Now, I think I'm going to finally do the ceiling. I finally remembered to put the ceilings in. Okay, so let's escape this house for a little bit and get Edith out. I think maybe we'll try the tavern, even though... Actually, let's take Folk here. Let's do this properly. And take Folk as well. Because Linton's going to be telling them what's going on and seeing if they can hasten this marriage a little bit for that reason. We're going to try to go here, even though this lot's messed up. It's not actually a restaurant and won't function as a restaurant. But hopefully the bar will work. Oh my gosh, there's somebody here. Order your favorite drink. Folky, what are you doing with your hair? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, this game. Linton. Bro. sit here and chat with us. This is never, ever, ever going to work. Ever. It's not gonna work. Folk's gone now. He's just... Oh, she has a crush on him! What? Okay. Okay, that's good. Linton is telling Folk and Edith that he is going to war, and he knows that it's kind of a quick thing, but he would like to marry... he would like to marry Edith before he goes. And Folk's probably like, you know, ultimately I'm going to leave that up to my daughter, but she's just developed a crush on Linton. So I think it's possible that Edith is eager to get into that as well. So Folk's like, I just want to see my daughter happy, and I hope that you will have a long and happy life together. So yeah, I think that that's an okay idea as long as it's okay with Edith. And Edith says, yibs, yeah. So Linton and Edith are going to get married, and we are just going to have a simple ceremony for that, and we will have to pay Linton. Now, Linton is kind of an apprentice in a way, so he's probably a lower class sim. So I actually need to double check the rules. 500 to marry poor. I think we're going to go in between that. So it's 500 simoleons to marry poor and 5,000 to marry middle class. I think we're going to go like, he's not poor and he's learning a skilled trade. So he's going to be more like a skilled artisan eventually. So let's do 2,000 simoleons for her. So that's going to leave us at 2,456. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to move them in the traditional way because of the number of Sims in the household. So we're going to give us this, give them that money this way. And we're going to just quickly arrange this marriage. Pretty sure that the game like reset them and they had to meet again. And she didn't like him as much the first time that she met him. But then I'm like, was that... I keep thinking maybe that was Elfrida who didn't like him. But I'm pretty sure it was Edith. I would have to watch it back. But she actually really likes him now. So, that's all good. It's all good. It's all, you know? Folks, like, my job's done here. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. And, yeah. Oh, I guess we need to find out if he's single still.
Oh, yibs. Bon and Gravy? Oh, yibs.
Yay! Okay. She's hysterical! No, you're not allowed to be hysterical. We're gonna have him initiate the first kiss.
Vemboy Barovi. Gunganeansa.
Aww. And we're just gonna have her do the boyfriend thing. Like, so we're officially courting and getting married. And then I'm gonna have Linton propose. And then they will just get married right here. What is it under, though? He can't do anything else? It's gonna make me play him. Whatever, I guess. Let me guess. She's not here. No. No, 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 no. Come on, this game. All right, babe. Edith. Edith. Where did you... She left. She left. Here we freaking go. For Pete's sake, somebody just, it's whenever they leave, I have to do this all over again. Is anyone else trying to go to school? Okay, just Edith.
Avanti Puem. Val Kim.
I was going to have them actually have a wedding ceremony, but I'm seriously considering just cheating it because this is so, so annoying. I can't even describe it, how irritated I am right now. Somebody's getting a milestone. Are you on the kitchen floor? Indeed, you are. And somebody was making macaroni and cheese. And it's broken. I'm thrilled. I am just so thrilled right now. So thrilled. I don't have words for how annoyed I am with this stinking game right now. So get over here, dude. I can't. I just can't. I mean, honestly, I wonder if I can set them as engaged. No, just wife. Okay, actually, that's fine. Okay, so they're married, however, it's a rainy day and it is storming and we're going to just go have a quick little, it won't let me renew my vows. You guys, best laid plans ever and it's just not happening. So they are married and, you know, quite frankly, yeah. Let's just go. Okay, so we're going to add her to this household. All right, we're moving her in here, and then Linton and Edith are going to consummate their marriage before he takes off for war. So is he here? Did he come? Bro, seriously, come on, you got to get over here. We ain't got all day. I keep getting last exceptions. It's all right. We're gonna get pregnant, so they're gonna consummate their marriage. We have try for baby at 100% for side households, so they're gonna consummate their marriage. She's going to get pregnant during that consummation, and then he's off to war. So until or unless he comes back, he could die at war. We're not gonna have any other opportunities to try for a baby. So this is pretty much it for them. And then they just have to kind of cross their fingers and hope. So a lot is riding on this because she has to try for a lot of children in kind of a limited amount of time when you figure that her husband's going to be off at war. So yeah, hopefully all will go well and this child will survive. Okay, what is taking them so long? Oh my gosh. She went halfway across the world for him. Wow. So yeah, there goes a whole Sims day just screwing around with this stinking game being silly. He's going to end up going off to war and we'll see what happens from there. I think that Willow's probably a little bit overwhelmed. She is pretty much in charge of Reese now because his dad went off to war. Linton also left. Elwine also left. There is no man here. And yeah, Willow probably needs the assistance. So we need to make sure these two know each other. They do know each other. Well, I guess now they're in the same house. They do. Girl's like passed out. My husband's going to war. It's fine. It's fine. I have a whole life ahead of me. Hopefully he doesn't leave me widowed. or I don't leave him widowed when I give birth to his children, or child, I should say. Yeah, so she's very stinky. That's this for now. I'm going to come back on Wednesday morning, and I am going to have Florence and Edward woohoo. But honestly, this was a very heavy episode with a lot of management. It's probably going to be one of the shorter ones we've had in a while. I'm kind of over it, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to keep in editing. But right now, I'm not even going to record. I'm going to actually stay here because it's less hectic than the main house. And then I'll go back in the morning. And everyone's going to be tired and hungry and, you know, miserable because they don't take care of themselves. And we'll have to deal with that. Are you starving this little bean, Willow? It is 3 p.m. on Wednesday now because this game is driving me absolutely batty. I have no words. I've been trying to catch up things around here. It took me forever to get the Sims up and their needs somewhat up and do the farm chores, and the laundry will not work, and it's rough. Okay, that's all I can say. Yeah. Oh, she's calling her sister. So Edith already wrote her sister a letter. Remember, they know how to read and write. Oh no. Love that for us. She is not pregnant. Dude, we didn't order groceries. Why is the delivery person here? Oh, I completely forgot. Rosalie had a baby. So Rosalie and Henry had a little girl named Margaret. I did roll for her and she was fine. I think she rolled a 12. So yeah, Rosalie and Henry have a daughter now. And that was all that happened during all of that craziness. Nothing else of note occurred, so. We may have a couple more babies born. Oh, well, you shouldn't have romance. So, fight all you want. What is this now? Festering grudge. Are you joking? I have so had enough of this game. Why in tarnation, A, does Folk have romance with her to begin with? And B, he's an adult, so why is he mad about no prom invite from her?
Bro, you had a
and you would think they would have negative stuff because that's going on. That's your son's wife. Like, some things I understand could be mods. I get that. I get that I have so many mods. I'm trashing an already shaky game. I understand that. But there are general mechanics at work here that just make no sense whatsoever to me. And there's so much that is so heavily broken fundamentally with features like laundry, infants. Like, it makes it so hard. And yes, having all the mods on top of that just makes the problem worse. But I am telling you, like, I am so over it. And really, I am recording this on Tuesday. We're supposed to oh my god, we're supposed to stream tomorrow on Wednesday. I had to cancel last week because things have just been crazy. Finally! She's not happy about it. She doesn't want kids. Aww, hoping for the best. Florence has had a miscarriage. You know, I was starting to doubt, like, this feature of the mod because we haven't had any issues since Riona. It looks like Florence is going to have a lot of trouble staying pregnant, getting pregnant maybe even, and staying pregnant. So I'm literally about to read this, hoping for the best. Florence has had a miscarriage before, and with this new pregnancy, the memory of that ordeal is back full force. Florence is afraid of it happening again. As I'm about to read that, we get the something seems to be wrong with Florence's pregnancy. She'll be going to the hospital. That was immediately after she found out that she was pregnant. Obviously, as we know, she's going to the little village healer, doctor person. Okay, we have to cross our fingers. This one sticks, that she's going to be okay. They don't have, at this time, any means of really supporting a pregnancy for somebody who maybe might not have the correct level of hormones. She's still fairly young, so maybe this will improve as she gets a little bit older. I don't know, but this is not good. So she's not thrilled about being pregnant because she doesn't want children right now. Oh, he did go with her this time. He didn't go with her the first time. I thought I remembered that. Aw. I thought I remembered that from Riona and Runar. So Riona had this several times and never had a miscarriage. But Florence had this with her last pregnancy and had a miscarriage. This one is always autonomously doing tummy time and stuff with him. So it is All Souls Day, but we keep getting distracted. So yeah, it's cool that they are coming to hang out by the fire. The doctors intervened to help Florence, and luckily Florence did not lose her baby, yet it's best to be careful onwards. So maybe the doctor worked up a little concoction of herbs to give her to take to help supplement her pregnancy. And she's going to be taking it easy, and we're not going to be letting her do any strenuous activities. You're like sitting on your dad's lap. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Look at them. I love it. I love it so much. Harmony, harmony, MVP, MVP. We've been neglecting the horse, like, pretty... Oh! For the love of everything good and holy. How is this stuff happening in this game? He just straight up came and smacked her. And the reason he's doing that is because he's mad she didn't take him to prom. He's a grown-ass adult. Meanwhile, Mary's got a secret nose piercing. Okay, we're going to pretend everyone's in bed because if I put them all to bed, when I come back into the stinking house, they're all going to be up and they're going to be miserable and tired and hungry anyway. So we're not going to mess with it. We're going to pretend they're all in bed and our girl at 3 a.m. tired and hungry. Wrong girl. Not as tired and hungry, but stinky. Perfect. She got a very interesting letter today from a certain gentleman who wanted to see her. So Miss Eleanor's wandering around the park. Oh, he's very mad. She's wandering around the park when she finally hears him say, "Hey, Eleanor, I'm here." And she turns around and can't help but give him a big hug and say, "I'm so glad you wanted to meet with me." And he says, you know, it's probably wildly inappropriate that I asked you to meet me here in the middle of the night alone, but I just can't stop thinking about our conversations that we have had, and I wanted to talk to you again. She's like, yeah, I understand because I feel the same way.
Ebso Nooch. Quexel. Muy bien Brisham.
Uh-oh. She's like, I'm just drawn to you. I know this isn't right, but we're going to have our first kiss, and my arm is going to disappear into my body. Truly remarkable. So that was both of their first kiss. So they both had their first kiss just now. But he has to let her know that he is betrothed to somebody else. And he fully intends to marry that person. So as he's telling her, it's probably more like a situation where he's saying, hey, I don't want to hide our relationship, but I feel like I need you in my life. Even though I do have to, unfortunately, marry someone else. And there are ways that we can still be together despite that, if you are open to it. And she's probably going to say that she'll think about it. And she's really stinky and really has to pee. And it's 5:30 in the morning. So she needs to get home before anybody knows that she's gone. Don't die. Go home. Right. You know how it goes when we are gone. We are going to cheat up their needs because everyone's going to be miserable. And I'm not dealing with that. So Eleanor still wants to impress this boy. And obviously, I don't think she's going to feel comfortable talking to her family about the proposition that he has made. But she is not naive. You know, she kind of understands what he's getting at. But he didn't quite come out and say it yet. So she's going to work in the garden a bit. Pretend like she got up bright and early to get to work on the farm, and no one knows that she was ever gone in the first place. Oh, but here comes Dad. Does Dad have Spidey senses going on? He's like, hey, you're up awful early. What's going on? Anything you want to tell me? I know you're going through some things. She's currently in a phase. I don't remember what it is. He's not going to ask her. There he goes. He's like, oh, no, I felt like getting up early today, you know? It's a beautiful day. The weather's good. It was a little bit stormy there for a couple days. So I'm just up and about enjoying the weather. He's like, oh, okay, I guess. Yeah. We are hoping for an heir. Edward is having a hard time about the fact that his cousins, his family, a lot of them have gone to fight in this war, and he has stayed home. He's struggling with that a bit. We'll see what happens in the near future with that. But right now, he wants to focus on his wife. You know, his dad always raised him to respect women and treat your wife like the queen that she is. There's, you know, they're kind of breaking the mold for the time period in a lot of different ways. Your dad hates repairing, so can you please do? Because this is bad. There must have been a ghost visiting. So what's going through Eleanor's head right now? I think she's probably thinking, it feels really good to have a man want me so badly that he's not even thinking about his new wife who's coming. Like, he wants me, even if he can't marry me. Like, in her brain, they're extremely attracted to each other. So in her brain, she's just overwhelmed by these feelings that he gives her. And yeah, she's probably thinking that this is like actually quite sweet and like attractive that he wants her that badly. And yeah, she doesn't really have any reservations about becoming a mistress for him. I don't think she would do it for just anybody. Men at this time, my understanding is if they could afford a mistress, then they would keep them. Like, it didn't have to be like someone with like a super... It didn't have to be like a high class man to have a mistress, as long as he could afford to keep her. And I think she's going to look forward to being kept rather than having to do the keeping. So that's what's in the cards for our Eleanor baby girl. I don't know. He doesn't seem too preoccupied with the fact that she's not married yet. Edith kind of jumped on it quickly because of the war. So he's probably giving her more time, thinking that a lot of the young men in the town are taking off for the war. So maybe he's like, I don't know who really we can secure for her. It would not be an episode of the Decades Challenge without a dang fire. Where? Let me guess. The beam. The beam? Is my whole freaking house going to burn down? Or are we bugged? Are we bugged? I don't see a fire anywhere. This fire has to reveal itself so I can save the game. Can I summon someone here and change households? Okay. That was scary. I thought it was still. Okay, with that, I'm done. I'm done. That's all I have to say about that. We will hopefully have a baby in the next episode here in the main household. Hopefully an heir, a boy. We have not had great luck so far. Florence is apparently going to have difficult pregnancies, so that is scary. We might have a smaller generation here, it's looking like. I don't know how that's going to go. I guess we'll see. Everything's out of control, and I am out of patience. So I will catch you all during the next one. We'll be going into 1338, and there is a lot happening as usual. I will catch you in the comments. Have a good one. Bye.